Good morning, everybody. Happy week before Thanksgiving break. So, today we're going to work with the sample essays for the Madeline Albright timed writing piece. Now, if you haven't turned in your timed writing right now, at this point, you're only going to be able to earn 70% of your score because once these samples are released, it's basically like giving the answers after a test. So, unfortunately, this is something that I did mention last week, and it is the first thing on today's agenda. So, today you're going to read through the 3 sample essays in this packet, and I've also relinked the rubric for you that we've been discussing prior to our timed writings. So, these essays are scored again as drafts. So when you think about what a 6 means, that doesn't mean it's perfect. Okay, it just means it earns the full amount of points in terms of whatever the rubric is asking for. So even in the high scoring essays, there are still likely to be errors. Okay, and that is one of the things in the commentary column, right? You may not be able to earn all 4 if you have enough errors that impact someone's understanding. But remember, these were handwritten essays that College Board took and typed with whatever errors and misspellings that were already there. So you'll read sample X, and again, compare it to the same passage that you read, which was the Madeline Albright speech. And notice, what's going on here. College Board will say things like illegible if it was something that they were typing and they could not read. And so think about that as well as you're reading through it, because if they cannot read it, especially if it's handwritten, they will not score it, right? It is something that becomes unscorable at that point. Okay, so you have sample Y and then sample Z. So again, it would be helpful if you had the rhetorical analysis rubric and a new tab, so that way you can kind of go back and forth between windows. Okay, so when you're done reading through them, you're going to click on this essay evaluation form, and you're going to complete it based off of whatever the rubric is asking for. So right here where it says to type your response, you need to list at least 3 things the essay does or does not do that makes you believe it's scored in a particular way. So again, this is for learning purposes. You will not be graded on whether or not your scores match, but you'll notice that there should be a 3, a 4, and a 6. So make sure you're paying attention to that when you look at the rubric. So 5th period and 8th period will be asynchronous today, and we will talk about the actual scores tomorrow during our Zoom meeting. All right, have a great Monday, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon.